Hello and welcome to this, yet another episode in the Temporal Adventures of Lobsang Lud. I am Katech, and here we are again for episode 11. Who'd have thought we'd have got this far so quickly? I hope you all had a great December, and as you can see, we're here back in space with the USS New Start. Let's go ahead and pick up our mission. But if you remember last time, we went and saved a group of researchers who were being attacked by the Gorn. Before that, we'd found a slaver ship that was pretending not to be a slaver ship. So let's go ahead and pick up our next mission. Would be Secret Orders. It says your crew travels into the dangerous Br'er patch to discover what Ambassador Bivat is hiding. So let's hail it and see what we've got.
Commander Burgess, Starfleet Intelligence. There's something I'd like you to look into. It could change the course of the war in our favor. We have intel suggesting that the Klingons are operating a secret weapons facility in the Hiromi cluster. We also believe the base is under the command of Ambassador Bivat, a controversial figure in Klingon politics. I'd like you to get to the truth of the matter, and soon. To that end, I'm sending one of my top agents to join you on the mission. I think you'll find Lieutenant Van Zyl to be a very capable officer. Don't hesitate to seek her counsel in the field. Proceed to the Br'er patch and find out what the Klingons are up to. If there are any weapons there, you are to deactivate or destroy them. And should you encounter the ambassador, do bring him in. I'd like a word.
Okay, so let's go to the Br'er patch in the Beta Quadrant, investigate Klingon activity there, and destroy any weapons we find. We'll get more experience points, some expertise, some armor, which is identical to the stuff we're already wearing. Others, some dilithium ore, and a console, either one to help with our beam weapons, one to help with our exotic particle generator, or exotic damage, which we don't have any of, and one to boost our damage resistance. Either way, I will note that they want us to basically kidnap an ambassador, because diplomatic immunity apparently doesn't work for other people's ambassadors. And recall, back in episode 8, I think it was, we went and we couldn't do anything with our own ambassador because of diplomatic immunity. It's sort of like they've got that whole thing backwards. But sure, I'll go ahead and risk a diplomatic issue for it.
Admiral Quinn says you're the right officer for this job.
Now, first we should make sure we haven't got anything new for our ship that we should add in. Just got there's a nice new phaser. This is quite it's a stun pistol. I'm not a fan of stun pistols. Now we should probably clear out some of this. I remember these stun pistols, because, well, let's be honest, we don't need a stun pistol. Oh, and we got this from our last mission, so that. Which shall we get? A hyperonic radiation, triage kit, or sonic pulse? Personally, I'm a fan of the sonic pulse, so let's accept that sonic pulse and then add it to our task. Yes, want to use it. And as for weapons, what else have we got? That's actually less powerful. So, I guess we will get rid of these weapons. Get rid of these. And then there's we now got some more space again. Now we're on assets. We found the dilithium from last time. And let's start seeing about setting course for the Br'er patch. which isn't that far away. Okay then, let's now set course for the Br'er patch, and head on over there. In fact, that looks like it right over there. Because it's such a short distance, I won't bother speeding it up. But we have this duty officer finally around when we do the catering dinner. It's been sitting there waiting for the last couple of episodes, I just remember. So we just completed our first thing. We've got diplomacy things and some more dilithium ore. We get these ranks here. And as I remember, I will start doing them. Let's actually see what we can get a little of now. We want actually not a lot we can do. Trying to instigate this defection. Apologies, my voice seems a little off. I've got a little bit of a crud in my throat, a little bit of thing to make me cough on a little bit, making my eyes water. But with this, let's begin secret orders. Thanks for having me along, Lieutenant Commander. I look forward to solving this little mystery with you and your crew. As do we, Lieutenant. Right, business. Long-range sensors are picking up several Klingon battle groups. They appear to be placing self-replicating disruptor cannon turrets throughout this region of space. If we don't take out those cannons now, this entire asteroid belt will be bristling with Klingon defenses. Thank you for the suggestion. Anything else? Well, the composition of this nebula will make maneuvering at high speeds impossible. In addition, the Br'er patch contains pockets of metron gas. This gas is highly reactive to weapons fire and could be very dangerous. Starfleet recommends we keep at least 4 kilometers away from any of the gas clouds. That should keep us safely out of range if one of them happens to ignite. Keep a distance of 4 kilometers. Got it. However, this gas can also be used as a weapon. Remember the Riker maneuver? If we detonate the pockets of gas when the Klingons are close to them, they'll do a lot of our work for us. So our job is to destroy the Klingon disruptor turrets. Lieutenant Commander, as you're aware, the metron clouds in this system require us to maintain a low impulse speed or risk damage to the ship. You sound like you have an idea. I do. It's a little on the radical side. Let's hear it. Yeah, I think if we modify the Bussard collectors to filter out only a percentage of the metron particles, I think we could use excess energy to go to full impulse without risk to the ship. I'm not exactly sure what that percentage might be, though. So, because I'm science, I've got an option here. I could either, for regular people, they could stick to the regular guidelines. No, because I'm science, I've got an option to put a filter rate and give myself full impulse, which would be handy. So, sure, we'll do that. Okay. And there's a metron gas, so let's try detonating it. That's what it looks like. There's a rat. Where is that gas? So that's the turret gone. Finally. Still got this raptor right behind us. Okay, so here's the hexafluorine gas somewhere around here. Yeah. Oh, where's this second? There it is, right there. Doesn't seem to be any pockets of gas that close to it. That wasn't close enough. Alright. So you know what? We'll fire lots of photon torpedoes at it and kill it. Sensors are picking up energy signatures near the large asteroid. Looks like defense turrets guarding a facility on the asteroid's surface. Judging by the layout I'm reading here, there's a KDF military research station built into the asteroid. I think it's worth investigating. Our Klingon friends are up to some mischief in that base, I'll wager. Okay. So, let's get a move on. There's some beam turrets. Gases. Actually, let's get a little closer. And now, lots and lots of trouble. Okay, we've got the turrets. Excellent, the defenses have been neutralized. We should be able to proceed. With your permission, I'll join the away team. I believe they're standing by awaiting my order. Your orders. Duh, I get my people mixed up. Transporting to the Klingon base and investigate what they're doing there. Okay, so let's get ready to beam down. As usual, the parade of the uglies and me. Heads up, I'm reading several Klingons in the area, but my tricorder is also picking 2 additional life signs. Hostages, perhaps? Okay, so, you know what? Weapons out. And end. Just breach this door here. Boom. Spencer said there's somebody just around that corner. Is there anything around this corner? Doesn't appear to be. Well, let's head down. Nice and slow. I'll sensors say there's nobody there. You never know. You could be surprised. Always keep checking your corners. Keep checking your angles. You know what? I think they could do with some grenades. Well, we vaporized 2 of them. And just killed the 3rd. That'll teach him. Okay, this could be a little trickier. Wait until we get our turret back. Ready? Reach the door. Head over that way. Fire on him. Are we got everybody? Good shooting people. Who are you? Dr. Everly.
Thank you. These Klingons have had me designing weapons for them at Disruptor Point. The scientists who finished their research are taken away. We are the only 2 left.
Okay. No way a photon to be opened through solid neutronium. Yeah, probably true. We grab him. Let's go see what this is. Blue. Small seasonal charge. Eh. Doesn't seem to be anything but there. What's this? Great. Pretty goodies. The nano regenerator. Could be handy. This real quick. Yes. Handy. Good. A little bit, we're going to need all of this stuff to continue on. Dr. Kaplan.
I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but ask fast. I'm going to the shuttle bay and getting out of here.
How did you get here?
I'm an independent researcher. Word got out that an interested party was paying a lot of latinum for simple projects. It sounded like a good deal. Then I got here, found out the Klingons were my new employers, and the good deal was work or die. I should have known better.
Yes, you should have. Your own fault for being a mercenary. I should leave you here.
There used to be about 20 of us working on various projects. As people completed their work, they would disappear. I heard one of the Klingons say that my time was up. You got here just in time.
Wouldn't be no skin off my nose. So what do you know about Ambassador Bavat?
Bavat is the one running this whole operation. I overheard him say he's keeping the Klingon Empire strong by prolonging the war with the Federation. He thinks that unless the Klingons have an enemy on which to focus their energies, they'll fight amongst themselves and tear the Empire apart. I kind of hope he's right.
Do you know his whole plan, though?
He hasn't let much information slip, but I know that he found some sort of device abandoned in deep space. He wants to use it in an attack so horrible, the people of the Federation will demand that Starfleet take revenge. The fighting will continue for years.
Sounds like a Klingon plan. So, what are you going to do now?
I'm heading for the hangar, finding the first ship that will fly, and getting out of here. I'm done working for Klingons. Some of them are honorable, but Bavat cannot be trusted. His desire for war with the Federation has blinded him.
Okay. So what do you know about the weapons here?
The Klingons are planning something big. They have been forcing us to design weapons. They want improved disruptors and torpedoes for their ships, but some of their demands have been very specific.
Specific how?
They want a weapon that can punch through solid neutronium, which is impossible. And they keep talking about torpedoes with payloads big enough to destroy a small planet.
Were any of you successful in designing these weapons?
There are prototypes of some of the new weapons in the laboratory here, as well as schematics on the base computers. If I were you, I'd destroy the prototypes and the schematics. Neither side needs that kind of destructive power.
Okay, so they've both been rescued now. We need to destroy the experimental weapons in the main laboratory. Both scientists are safe, thankfully. I suggest we locate those weapons now. We can set up explosive charges and remotely detonate them when we return to the ship. Good idea. Let's find those weapons. Okay, we're ready. Move out. Reach the door again. Not sure what exactly he's doing. Or why we're standing so close. Okay, now we've got this pause zone. Let us pause to find something. We've got Br'er target handlers. Pause. Set that on that one. That on that. Alright. Are we on pause? And that made it so much easier. Wait, there's people back in here? To move on. Let's move on. Don't want people standing at our backs like that. That's not good. Beam rifle. Okay, empty this case, then we got another temporal probe. So the last time we had a temporal probe on the ground, we had a cool turn up. Right, this turret and then distortion. And see what we can see. Yep, there it's another weird looking thing. It's like half a harp. Let's unlock it. Ooh, magic squares. Okay. So add up to 15. So 8 plus 3 is 11, so therefore A must be 5, 1 is 6, so that must be 9. And then 6 and 7 is 13, that would be 2. This probe is an anchor point for Nakul data transmissions, and they've been aiding Bavat's weapons research. So let's collect the data and purge the probe's memory. Oh, here we go. And we put that turret down. Okay. See what he dropped. Some armor and a shield charge. Do any of these people need armor? Does armor. Is it better scavenging? Level 1 armor, let's put. 3. Star C has a 1 as well. Okay. And now we got our temporal probe. Let's move on. Push forwards. Reach the door. Weapons ready, lads. Built them all here at the entrance. A bit of a confusion. Right, I think. Dead. Well, stupidest Klingons though, because they're not paying any attention to anything else around. We're gonna leave that trouble. We don't want any troubles in our ship. There's our charge. There. Okay. On. Yeah. Klingon marksman. He's gonna both turrets and the radiator. He's the powerful one. Got focus on those. Right, and they're back. And now they're all dead. But we like it. Another spatial charge. Great. Some goodies. Those. And charge. You think Hexazine gas? That. Ooh, rare. Better. This. Jelly greenworms. Okay, he's got a thing for Ferengi food then, I guess. Little odd, but Klingons are like that. Place this charge, and then that should be all of it. There's a computer core nearby. Let's see if we can upload its contents to your ship's computer. The data we found will give us an insight into how the Klingons were planning to use these weapons. We may even find hints of Vivat's ultimate plan. Upload the computer core. Okay. Well, we were going to just delete it, but because nobody could have those kind of weapons, but I guess we can have those kind of weapons. Because we're the Federation. So download it. We would copy that floppy. Raised research. Did any of them drop anything? We have the data. Preliminary analysis indicates. Hold on. Something's happening. Sensors are picking up a Klingon vessel leaving the facility. We could really use you back on the bridge. Give me just a second while I clean up. Make sure there's nothing left. Something over there. Ah, box. Let's let's loot it anyway, otherwise it'll just get destroyed in the blast. Never know. Nothing else, we can always sell it on the black market. We're good for Engie. Nope. Nothing else. Okay, now we'll beam up.
Face to face at last with one of the Federation's greatest officers. I've read much about you, though I'm not as impressed as our intelligence agents are. After all, you were rather easily led to this system by a few well-placed pieces of bait. I've had pet dogs with more sense.
Lovely. Uh-huh. Sure, you led me here. I put all the things and kind of hide it and stuff. And had all your actual research here rather than, you know, leading me to a dead-end place, lots of ships, and I think, yeah, you're just trying to excuse your own incompetence, buddy.
I have everything I need from the research station, but I must say, humiliating a Federation war criminal is, as the humans say, an added bonus. Try to stop us if you must. However, I won't think poorly of you if you walk back to Earth with your tail between your legs, there to whimper at your master's feet.
Right, you talk more than a Cardassian.
You have lost this day. Victory is mine, and mine alone. Qapla'!
Tactical? What's the situation? Never mind about that, Commander. We have more immediate concerns. I'm reading several Klingon ships on sensors. Looks like they're attempting to escape the system. Looks like they're trying to use the asteroid belt to mask the warp core signatures. If we hurry, we should be able to intercept them. We need to stop the Klingon ships before they can escape the experimental weapons. Okay. Put the place up.
Target's shield has failed.
And what's he got? Cool. Next target, this guy.
Ship is under attack. Target's shield.
Just got a little bit of shields up in time. Come on, fire on him, fire on him. Brace! Fire torpedoes! Yes, we got one more. Only 2 ships? Take some cannons. Excellent work, Lieutenant Commander. Mavat won't be getting his hands on those experimental weapons, and we recovered a lot of actionable intel from that base. I've transmitted the data we pulled from their computer core to Starfleet intelligence. Here's hoping it gives us the edge we need to bring an end to this conflict once and for all. I'm going to get some hydrogen gas, because why not? And now we have it. Now we will have. Let's now. That was a surprisingly short mission. I'm just going to pull slightly away from the briar patch. This topic, and then so we completed that mission. We stopped Br'er. He will no longer be troubling us. Lovely. So let's hail Burgess to report.
I've read the after-action report filed by Lieutenant Van Zyl. Pity we weren't able to apprehend B'er, but I'm glad we shot that weapons facility down. Nicely done. As for that weapons research the Klingons were conducting, Starfleet has some of our best people analyzing the data you recovered. We'll find out what B'er and his people were doing there soon enough. There's a lot more intel to analyze, and I suspect we'll be working again soon. Klingons don't tend to think small, and we'll need the best we can get to deal with B'er and his
machinations. So get our experience points, some expertise, armor, and then for a console. What do we have right now? Well, we don't actually have a tactical console, but we have an engineering and a science. We already have an engineering science, so we want a tactical. Just to round it out, if it helps our energy weapons a little, better.
Admiral
Congratulations,
Quinn says you're the
Lieutenant
right
Commander.
officer for this job.
It's gone up a level, and yeah. And with that, it is time to call this a day for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. So, in this episode, we went and raided a secret Klingon weapons facility, rescued some researchers, one kidnapped, one very mercenary, blew up a load of data, and killed a few ships, all in the briar patch. Clearly, though, we are not getting any younger. But that will, as I say, do it for this episode. If you've got any questions, comments, or anything else you want to say, please don't hesitate to leave them down in the comments. And so until the next episode, which appears to be the Doomsday Device, I will see you then.